So before I go any further, I'm going to measure the diameters of the inner and outer circles here, so I know where the central diameter will be, or at least the center point of the new ring. You can see I put a wash coat of shellac down. The reason for that will become apparent later. 138, 108, 108, and that's nice and easy. So I'm just going to stick some masking tape over the area now I've done my measurements, because obviously once I've done that I can't see the thing, so I have to do it first. And I'm just de-tacking the masking tape a little bit on my jacket so it peels up easily. That's one reason for the coat of shellac. And I'll just cut out the hole in the middle. Doesn't matter if I mark the wood, because obviously this will eventually be cut out as part of the sound hole. So the way I'm going to try and make absolutely sure that the larger hole, the 1/4 inch hole I drill for my circle cutting gear, is exactly concentric with this, is to, I'm going to check the diameter of this. It was originally 3mm, I think. Yeah, that's a good fit. So I'm going to put this in my drill press, push it down into this hole, and then clamp the guitar top, and then I can raise the drill press and put in my 1/4 inch bit, and then once I come down again with it running, obviously it'll drill a hole exactly in the center of this smaller hole. Final check, visual. It all looks good, so here goes. There's a lovely smell coming off this sandboard wood. So we'll do a few measurements before cutting anything, obviously, as well as practicing on the scrap. That's important, but the hole looks very clean. As far as I can see, through the tape, which is semi-transparent, luckily, this hole is exactly in the middle of these circles, which is what we want. So, thank heavens for that. Here's my test setup, and you can see that the pieces fit quite well. The one thing I'm going to have to do is maybe a little bit of work on the joins between them. I need to go not to a right angle, but ever so slightly less. I have to make the cut so that this edge is pointing towards the notional center of the circle. So just a fraction under a right angle. The same with this one. And there, that. Well, luckily there's a tiny whisker of wood showing, but the joint is there, and when that's pressed in and glued, I think that will be practically invisible. Okay. So here are a couple of other reasons why the masking tape is there. It helps with glue cleanup and ensures that even when I'm bashing it down, the inlay will be ever so slightly proud of the wood, which is what I want. I never make up enough of this diluted glue, but it's easy enough to make more. The proportion isn't critical at all, but something like 10 to 20% of water seems to work well. Now this last piece will be slightly too long, so I'm going to mark it and chop a bit off. In any case, the join here will be under the fingerboard eventually, so of course won't show. So it's the least critical of all of the butt joints. Okay, that's looking good. So a bit more clean up with some water, and it should be good to leave it overnight. Finally, just to round off, This is what it looks like the next day after scraping and sanding. I really like it. Maybe you do, maybe you preferred the original, but whatever your thoughts, please feel free to comment below. I won't be offended, and I do appreciate the interaction. So, until next time, goodbye for now.